across the water-dwelling beast. He comes from somewhere in the east. He likes to make things with the cheese. And across the water-dwelling beast, 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 beast. Hello, dears. Welcome to another Last Jedi rant. Another Last Jedi. Another Last Jedi bites the dust. Another Last Jedi bites the dust. Another Last Jedi bites the dust. Fuck the Last Jedi. Fuck the Last Jedi. Woo. Fuck the Last Jedi. Fuck your mum too. Fuck the Last Jedi. Fuck the Last Jedi. Fuck the Last Jedi. Woo. Bitch. Let's look at my hair briefly. Oh yes, very good. Let's keep that going on. Shall we or shall we not? Ooh. So, I thought I'd just check in with The Last Jedi. The Last Jedi is like it's like going to see, well, it's like when doing a video about The Last Jedi is like going to a therapist about a long-standing issue. Because The Last Jedi is a long-standing issue. It's well, when did it come out? Like before Christmas, and people are still talking about it. I'm still talking about it. I still occasionally go, fucking Ryan Johnson, man. Like, I'm walking about and I'm doing stuff, and a thought will just pop into my head as like, fucking Ryan Johnson, man. Rian, fucking Ryan Johnson, man. And like it's weird because I was like totally wasn't fussed about the Star Wars universe apart from the original trilogy, and then I watched the prequels, but I never was a massive fan of Star Wars. I've never bought anything of Star Wars, all right? I've never bought a lightsaber. So anyone who is a massive Star Wars fan, I'm sorry, I was never into it. I think I probably would have been if anyone had encouraged me at the time, but it just didn't happen. My parents weren't really into it. Sort of frowned upon in a way to be a fan person of stuff. I had a really under encouraged and fucking culturally neglected childhood, basically. I just had to make it up for myself, and parents weren't really interested. No one was interested in what we liked as kids. So yeah, I'm sorry. I've not been a fan. I missed the boat. I didn't catch on early enough. I probably would have been a bigger fan, or a fan of any kind. I mean, to try and save my soul a little bit as a Star Wars fan, I did actually make my own version of Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, with my brother and another kid at the time, another two kids, sorry, at the time. We made a remake of it when we were 10 years old or something, or 13. We were all at different ages, but we made a remake version of the fucking pod racing scene, and some Yoda was in there as well, though I don't think Yoda's in the Phantom Menace. I'm not really sure. I can't remember. I haven't seen the Phantom Menace in ages. But yeah, so we did this training of Anakin type of thing. It was called Star Wars Episode 1, The Training. Yeah, I have been a casual fan, all right, but I've never been a massive fan. I don't count as a true fan, I never bought anything. I've never been to a convention. I've never worn a stormtrooper mask. I've only ever had casual contact with lightsabers. I've never owned my own lightsaber, apart from maybe when I was a kid, but I've never bought a toy of Star Wars, I've never bought the Millennium Falcon in Lego. I've loved playing with them in other people's attics and touching their lightsabers in their attics. But yeah, I've never been a massive fan. I've been a casual kind of, yes, okay, I like Star Wars, but I've never been into it. But yeah, but The Last Jedi, you see, was enough to fuck me off as a casual fan. Like, it fucked me off just as a film. Like, it didn't matter that it was a Star Wars film. It just fucked me off. I felt raped. I felt like they'd broken some kind of contract between the um, cinema screen and me in my body, and I thought, this is just shoving bullshit into me. I feel fucking raped. It's the same feeling I get before someone's about to try and fight me. So it's like that feeling of just stuff coming at you. Like, there's fucking someone's trying to fight me, man. Like, what are you doing? Get out of my face. And it wasn't a nice feeling at all. It was a horrible feeling watching the film. I just felt gross. I felt gross. I felt like it was beaming hate at me, and so I went out feeling this hate towards this film because they put the hate at me. So I'm just feeling it back at them. So yeah, and it agitated me and it wound me up. And I was prepared for this as well. I was prepared to be disappointed and prepared to be upset by it. And because I'd watched loads of reviews, and I sort of went in thinking, okay, right, everyone thinks this is shit, so I'm gonna try and, I don't know, see the best of it or something, or try and, are they really talking sense here? Is it just like some whatever nonsense ranters who are too Star Wars fanny to fanny? They've got their Star Wars fannies in a twist, and so they don't really, know what's what. And I went in, I was like, fuck this film, man. Fuck this film. Just what even the fuck is going on in the film, for fuck's sake? It's just, it makes no sense plot wise. Uh, fucking graphics. Can we just end with, we are not excited about graphics anymore. We just don't care. What is the point of having a beautifully rendered film that is undeniably shit? There's no point. I've said this for years and years and years about the fact that they increase the quality of HD TVs and CGI. It's the same old, you can't polish a turd thing. It's like, it doesn't matter how clear it is. If anything, it just shows up how clear shit is. It's really clear crystal vision of how shit your fucking film is. I can really see it now. Before, I couldn't really tell how shit it was because it wasn't clear enough. Now you've clarified everything for me. Definitely is shit. Thanks for showing me in pristine clarity. Yeah. So I don't care about CGI. I really don't. It's worse. There's good CGI and bad CGI, yes, but there's the whole thing. I don't even care. Put it back with those fucking puppets, like puppets and animation things, and stick a random cartoon in there. I don't fucking care. It's not about that, fuck's sake. You don't fucking go to the theatre or watch a stand-up comedian. They don't have any fucking special effects, or very few. They've got lights, they've got a sound system, that's their special effects. They've got a stage. Their stage is their special effect. You don't need that shit to have a good quality performance, or a good quality show, a good quality film. The heart of a film is not even touched by the special effects. The heart of the film could have special effects or not. The heart of the film is the richness. And this fucking film, as we well know, The Last Jedi, vacuous, just empty, full of nothing, promising to be something, and at every turn denying us it being anything. Every moment we think, oh, this could be good. No, this is not good. Oh, this could be good. No, this is not good. Wait, this bit, surely, time for a good bit. No, not a good bit. So every moment where it could have been a really sort of uplifting moment, or a powerful moment, or a sort of soft and tender moment, no, let's fuck every moment up in the film. Here's a setup, and here's the anticlimax. Oh, here's another setup, anticlimax. And the whole film itself has been said to be like the complete trashing of everything that was set up in Episode 7, The Force Awakens, which personally I can barely remember the fucking film, to be honest. This is just a fucking orange Yoda bloke. Girl, it's a woman actually. Orange Yoda. I mean, really? Why did you have to do that? Oh, make up a new random character and orange her, and she basically is Yoda anyway, but she just doesn't have the same wisdom as Yoda. Just why? And why did they kill Han Solo? They killed him in such a sort of offhand way. It wasn't a big moment. It wasn't a big enough moment for when Han Solo got killed. It's just like, oh, off you go then. Right, he's dead. Oh, and no one mourned him. It was just, oh man, like this whole that ending was fucked. And I didn't really care. This Kylo Ren bloke and this Rey person. I mean, I can barely. From memory, I know more about them from what I've heard other people say from videos and stuff than I actually know from the film. Because in the film I'm just thinking Rey, okay, Rey. I probably remember the trailer more, where she looked like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle climbing up some wall with a little stick. She looks like Donatello. Right? I don't know. And it's all about like Rey and I don't know who I am and I've got powers, but I don't know where they came from because I don't know who I am. And then I don't even really remember it. I remember feeling okay about it at the time, but I wasn't particularly fussed. I wasn't going, woo, yeah. The whole cinema was packed out when I saw Force Awakens, and it was good. It was good that the cinema was packed out. Sorry, the film. I sort of sat there going, okay, fine. And then obviously afterwards, I think during the film, I was like, hold on a minute, this seems like the same sort of thing as that new fucking the old one. Like I thought, hold on, they're just doing the same fucking story that they did in the first film. Yeah. And then I went and researched it, and someone had done some really good videos that panned the beats across from A New Hope to Force Awakens, and I was like, yeah. Fuck, I was right, why didn't I do a fucking video about that before? I should trust my perceptions more. I should trust my perceptions more so that I can get on it quicker. Because someone had already done a video that was like, and I was like, damn it, they got there first. Yeah, so Force Awakens was like set up some new stuff, and people are wondering about Snoke or whatever. I can barely remember Snoke, to be honest. He looked massive. As I recall, he looked massive, and now he's small in the Jedi. What did anyone think of that? I swear he used to be massive. What did I miss out on? Because that wasn't explained, or was it explained? Oh, I don't care. Right, so I watched The Last Jedi, and I don't like the poster. Even the poster of The Last Jedi is a pile of bollocks. Looks so evil looking, red. Luke Skywalker with his glazed over sort of beady eyes looking like Darth Vader himself. Why? 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 And who is even the bad guy in The Last Jedi? It's sort of Snoke, but then he's killed anyway and chopped in half. But is he actually dead or not? We don't know. But, there's no real bad guy. General Huxley Pig. Huckman, Huckleberry General Hux, who's just a teenager, basically. How do they let a teenager get in charge? It's just, what is going on? And what's the structure here? Kylo Ren, what is his authority like? Really, where does his authority come from? Where does Snoke's authority come from? Well, I mean, why? Just because he's powerful with the Force? What? It just feels like a chaos. In the original trilogy, you understood that Darth Vader was a bad boy, but he had to answer to the Emperor, as I understand it. And then everyone below them was shitting themselves about either of those two, because Darth Vader could kill you with a single thought, like that. Snoke, he's like, you are my favorite one. No, who cares? I think I felt assaulted, and I felt like, who cares? And I felt like the porgs. And it's the same. I've said all this stuff before. Oh, there's that fucking porg is coming looking at me again. Yeah. So, and Chewbacca was just thrown in there as well, just because, you know, try and keep the fans of the old trilogy happy. So, Canto Bite. I just said it right the first time. I used to call it Canto Ray. Canto Ray, Canto Bite, Canto Blight. Oh, whatever. No one cares about that, but everyone hates that bit. I actually thought, oh, good, they're doing a bit about capitalism. Which I'm sure the SJW people were really into that bit. Like, yeah, finally, whoop, 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 whoop. But I did think of the irony afterwards, before anyone else told me. But yeah, the irony of a big budget film telling, what are you, just full of self-hate? A big budget film telling a moral story about capitalism. I'm like, really? What are you just trying to sort of tell yourselves to stop doing what you're doing? And if so, well, don't make a film about it. You're ridiculous, ridiculous, ridiculous. So, but yeah, The Last Jedi is. I like it as a cultural phenomenon because it's given us all something to hate, and that's that's brought us together as a people, which I appreciate. It's brought us together as a YouTube community, and you know, and we can fight amongst ourselves about why we hate it and who doesn't, and some people don't hate it. But at least we have something. At least we all have something to focus on. You know, something to bring us together. Yeah, but it's like the thing. It's still fucking there. Do you know what? It took me a long time to recover from that thing. I did a load of fucking videos about it on my old channel. Like it was sort of the first time I went to see it. I went to see it because I went to see it twice, right? So the first time I went to see it, I came back and I did a review. And I was like totally bummed out. I was totally bummed out about life. It made me depressed about life. It made me lose hope for life. It made me lose faith in life in general, that fucking film. And so I wasn't happy. And then I went to watch it again because I'm sort of a bit of a sadist, I suppose, or masochist. I can't remember which one it is. The one that I enjoy pain. But it was more like, I'm not going to let you film. I'm not going to let you get to me. And if there is anything good to find in this film, I will find it. And I'm not having it. I'm not having it. I won't stand by and let you trash me with your fucking film. I will see, because sometimes you see something again and you sort of over the initial shock of how bad it is, and and then it's less bad the second time because you're like, you know, oh, okay, fine, it just doesn't affect me anymore. You know, it's like when you become destimulated to something, or you've managed to process everything before, so you know nothing's a threat anymore. So I thought I've processed a little bit now, so I'll go and see it again, and you know it won't get to me. It won't. It's just not going to get to me this time. I can get through it, and it's not going to get to me. I walked out halfway through. I was like, bollocks to this film. Literally, there were people behind me, two kids, like teenage lads, boys, whatever, teenage blokes behind me, and they were kind of laughing. I think that maybe they were seeing it for the first time and they were enjoying it. And I was like, you two are fucking idiots, because this is the biggest pile of bollocks that I've watched in a long time. Now, I've seen films that are not great, and I've seen films that are boring, and I've seen films where I have walked out because I don't like where they're going. But no single film has ever brought about such an antagonistic reaction in me that I feel like I want to kill the film. I just want to like throw things at the fucking screen and rip the screen apart, you know. And I want to do. I've never done videos about a film, like more than one video about the same film. This is ridiculous. You know, and how many months on? It's like 3 months on and I'm still doing videos about it. And other people are still doing videos about it. And other people are still watching videos about it. Because why? Because it was a powerfully shit film. Powerfully shit. Not just your average communal garden shitness. It was a rotten shit. It's a dirty, stinking turd. And someone has dug that turd into a very deep hole in the middle of the lounge. So whenever you walk into the lounge, no matter how much you tried to like bury that turd or whatever, you fucking that doesn't make sense as a metaphor. Well, it's still fucking it's like etched into your fucking psyche now, and you can't get it out. It's like try and wash the fucking thing out of you, you know. So I like when I watched it the first time, I came back and made a review. I watched it a second time and I did another review thing. I did like loads of videos about it in quick succession because it agitated me, man. Fucking agitated me. And I did a whole video that was just fuck the Last Jedi, fuck the Last Jedi, woo! Fuck the Last Jedi, fuck the Last Jedi, fuck the Last Jedi, fuck the Last Jedi, bitch. Fuck the Last Jedi, fuck the Last Jedi. Because that's how I feel, and I feel we should fuck it up, because it's a pile of shit. So, my main point, takeaway point for today, for you, is fuck the Last Jedi, man. Fuck it. Still, it's still like bullshit. That shit is whack, fam. I don't think people say those two words in combination. Whack, fam. Whack. Yeah, it's bollocks. So yeah, and it's like you think you're done with it, you know, you get to a point and you're like, I think I'm over it now. And then something else comes up and you're reminded like, oh, fuck that film, man, fuck that film, you know, fuck that film. Oh, it's gonna come out on Blu-ray and whatever, and now you're gonna see that fucking red cover on every little shelf in every supermarket, and hopefully no one's going to buy it anyway. But you know, it's like fuck that film, man. Like fuck that film. That film is everything that's wrong with the world. Seriously though, it is. It's not creative. It's a pile of bollocks. It's flimsy. It's meaningless. It has no heart. Has no soul. Has no power in a positive direction. You know, it's fucking doesn't honor anything. It disrespects everything. There's no real love in the film displayed, nor is there any real love seeming to be, you know, put into the film either, in terms of like, it doesn't feel like it's giving me a warm fuzzy feeling when I'm watching the film. It's giving me a hate-filled feeling. The film is based in hate. It's just very lowest common denominator, just appealing to your sort of flashy, your sense of novelty, flashy novelty things. Ooh, yeah. It's like Family Guy, which I don't really agree with the way that they do. There's so many quick cuts, fucking quick cuts, man. Quick cuts, y'all, quick cuts. And that bloke with his, why is he so big? Kylo Ren, when he's got his top off. Why is he so big? That doesn't look right. It looks like he's got a tiny little head. What? Well, I looked at that and I was like, what? That's not his real body. No one's body looks like that. You know, if he's got a big body, then his head should be proportionate. And if he's got a small body, his head should be proportionate. It just doesn't look right. It looks like they stuck his head on someone else's body during that scene. I don't understand it at all. It just looks weird. And it's really out of place. Oh, the titty milking thing. I don't know what's going on. I mean, that film is just a pile of arse. Like I don't understand any of the decisions that were made in that film at all. What is this decision? What is this decision? What is this? Why is this? How has this come into being? This is like, let's put all the worst possible decisions for any plot of any film ever into one thing. Let's make it worse and worse and worse as it goes along. And maybe that's what Rian Johnson was trying to do. Supposedly, is trying to make some kind of, I don't know, nihilistic statement piece, and he had to stick some social justice warrior stuff in the middle there or something. But I don't know if that's good. Like, how is that helpful for anyone? It's only helpful to me in that it made me so fucking mad that I just wanted to make loads of videos. But I don't think that's a particularly positive thing to be doing. Well, I'm gonna carry on watching the video that I was watching about The Last Jedi, because it is something that's still there. It's something that needs to be dealt with. Because it still annoys me. It's still there in my consciousness, you know. It has not dissolved. I need to pull that apart, and I'm sure at some point in the future, like 20 years from now, I'll just look back and I'll go, fuck Ryan Johnson, man. Or I'll just suddenly have a flashback and go, fuck The Last Jedi, man. Fuck that fucking film, man. That film was the fucking turning point in my life. They just when actually, I remember that film as being the turning point film that made me realise something profound, and that was the moment where the whole world changed. Um, you know, I actually kind of thought, and maybe still think, that The Last Jedi is good because it was so bad that it has made other people, like all of us and other people, go, yeah, we don't want films like that anymore. And that's why I think that could be a positive benefit to come out of it. That's the worst thing I think that could have been done, and it just shows that Hollywood is up his own fucking arse. And it might have been the last straw, and it might therefore stimulate something new next, not just in Star Wars, but in like around across the board. But I don't know. I don't know. I also think Black Panther's a pile of shit. Ah!